Alright guys, hello and welcome back. It's time for game number 2. It's going to be Papis facing off against EloFisherS once again in this one. Papis took game 1 over EloFisherS. It was a pretty close game. One or two little missteps here and there, though, resulted in the defeat for EloFisherS. So as we get into this one, bans already starting to slowly but surely come out.
Yeah. Misplays between both of them, actually, but that made it so exciting for the finals.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what made the fun and excitement for this one. Bans, as you said, coming through. Bologna and Bastet are banned away, respectively. Sylvanas to follow that one up as well by the boys of Papis, and now it's back to EloFisherS for their last ban. Thor available, Athena available. They need to look at banning probably one of those out, and potentially leave a hunter up as well, which people are generally like focusing on right now. 4 hunters every time.
It's one of those rough decisions. We've talked about it many times so far today. There's just so many very powerful, viable gods. That was one I wasn't really so much expecting. Taking that Poseidon away from Suela, who's been playing a lot and has been doing quite well on it. But that leaves Athena up, who will immediately be getting picked up for Papis.
I think it didn't work out that well for EloFisherS last time round, even though it was drafted and left up. But what that does do is give EloFisherS an opportunity this time to look at other things. Thor going to be locked in, for example, and they're going to take away Medusa from Warchi, who's been playing that a lot so far this tournament we've seen.
Yep, on the other side, it's going to be Serqet and Neith getting locked in as well. It's kind of a back and forth. We're just going to take all your gods, you take all our gods, and we'll call it a day. So right now, with the exception of Serqet, who's kind of snuck her way through the first phase of bans and picked up on the actual third set, these team comps are basically the reverse of what we saw last time around. So it's over to Darzer, one more god to pick up. They banned up Poseidon. Agni is still available. Early on, Darzer was going crazy on it. I saw a brief Anubis. Yeah. I got excited for a second. It
wouldn't surprise me to see Darzer go back to Agni. His Agni was fine that game. Yep. Maybe one or two little things where he outplayed himself to an extent with the Path of Flames, but other than that, his performance was really stellar there. He did some very good rotations. He supported his team well. Got some good CC chains off as well with that. I wouldn't change that in mid lane. Darzer did fine. So keep the Agni. Let it go through again. With the help of Thor now, there's more CC added to the team.
Taking the Isis off the table as well. Probably one of the better matchups remaining against that Agni. Everything else is kind of just a neutral matchup going, really neither way. One more counter ban to come out for the Papis right now. There's some rough stuff to take off. There's still no support pickup. Big Man Tings has played a mirror in the past. We saw Pikachu play a mirror last time. That could be a viable ban to take away another Guardian. And it is going to be the Ymir getting banned out on that one. So that answers that question.
Yeah, take away the Ymir, make sure that it's not available for them to play with, and deal with that as a problem. Now, it was going to be Ymir the support role, probably. Maybe we'll see Geb come out here. Oh, they're hovering Ares here. Interesting.
Very powerful. So much play setup. Very heavy early game aggression as well.
I have no clue why I said interesting when there's a Serqet on the enemy team. I'm just stupid. If there's a Serqet on the enemy team, just pick Ares. Like, it's one of the one gods that can really cause issues for a Serqet. I'm thinking about it, I'm surprised they banned Ymir and left Ares open, considering that was the situation.
Might have been a little research type thing. Maybe Big Man Tings hasn't really played a whole lot of Ares. Loki gonna be the final pick of this game. Rama, Janus were locking for the Papis as well for their final 2 picks. Gonna be moving those around a little bit here as the god trading goes around. We haven't seen a whole lot of Loki. We saw some from Ninja Dimmy going back in season 1 quite a bit. Game Hunter pulling it out as well. Also over in NA in that particular instance.
Well, Loki is perfect against the composition of Double Hunter. This is one of the gods that you'll see come out if Double Hunter becomes a standard thing in EU for some reason. We're going to see Lokis in the solo lane come out. Because what Loki can do is, during the late game stages where the Hunters are online, is he can one-shot one of them and take them completely out of the fight. And that's going to help them out considerably well as well. On top of that, Ares very good against Hunters too, because chain them so they can't escape 4 speeds, then no escapes. And then when no escapes connects, you're going to have a bad time. I like the composition that has come out from GetFisherS here. And Papis are running this conventional, this new strategy of Double Hunter. The problem being is they've only got one god for the front line, really, in Athena. They don't have a second one. That could be an issue.
So we'll have to see how they look to play this one out. Papis, once again, going with the more traditional, quote-unquote, balanced team composition. Possibly with a little bit of a weaker front line, so we'll see how they play this one out. If they can make it work, it could be quite good. If not, like you said, that Loki could ruin the day of that double hunter composition. We'll see what happens here in a couple minutes, guys. Stick around. We'll be back in just a few. Alright guys, so welcome back. It's time for Game 2 of the finals for Week 1 of the EU Challenger Cup for the summer split. Papis took Game 1 over EloFisherS and they're looking to close it out in a 2-0 sweep, but EloFisherS, of course, are looking to do whatever they can to prevent that from happening.
So they're both going to group up at the start of this game by the looks of it. It looks like EloFisherS looking for a pick of Papis coming around there. I think they might have spotted him going around the corner there, but now... Maybe? Did they not see them? Did they not see them? Oh, the chains! Now! Oh, the chains like a chain. Mr. Big Man takes the taunt. 4-man taunt. Pikachu's dead! Pikachu evaporation!
That was a nice taunt.
Evaporation.
First blood going out early in favor of the Papis. It looked like they were the ones who got caught with their pants down in that little bit of a double kind of we're going to ward and we're going to counter ward / invade, come up around behind you and kill you for first blood thing that occurred a moment ago. It looked like a big play. It looked like Papis did not spot that one out until Ojaboom had turned around, was looking to head back towards their own side of the map. And once it did, EloFisherS were already in position, but Archangel landed what I believe was a 5-man taunt.
4. I think it was 4. Yeah, you're overboard with a 5 then.
Yeah.
It was 4. 4's nearly 5 though. It's close. You know, maths and Americans, it doesn't really go very well together. But the Papis do get a lead because of it. And one thing I want to note at the start of this game is some of the builds coming out here. We're going to see Lopez going for a very fast Heartseeker. Across the way though, we're also seeing Warchi going for Devourer's Gauntlets at the start of this game. He's not going for the Heartseeker Rush, which we've seen mostly out of everybody so far this tournament in the Hunters. This time he's going for the sustain option in that Devourer's Gauntlets.
And we'll see how that one plays out. Mid lane, a little back and forth. Darza doing what he can to put some early pressure onto Janus. Does have some issues with wave clear initially. Over the solo lane, a little bit of forward pressure from Papis, just a little bit better wave clear for the moment. While on the dual lane, EloFisherS doing a good job of applying pressure. They have to be careful not to get too far forward, unless Big Man Tings decides to all in with that Ares combo of damage.
The one thing to note as well is that you're actually going to be able to see that Janus in the mid lane will have a little bit of an easier time than he generally would do up against the Agni, just because he's got a little bit of experience advantage because he got the first blood. On top of this, Darz is playing this very aggressively, trying to keep the pressure on, but the rotation is here, and this could get punished.
Taunt well missed. That will buy Darza a get out of jail free card in this particular gank attempt by Dalo. Next time around, that may not be the case. Here comes Pikachu looking to reinforce and keep that wave from getting eaten alive by the tower. So as both those guys kind of disengage and pull back to the tower, keep an eye on this left side. Archangel was looking possible for that taunt, but couldn't find both of them at the same time.
Now the Neith versus Loki matchup we've not really spoken about, but what you'll see here is generally Neith will push under tower for the first few waves, and then about level 9, Loki will have full wave clear, the Heartseeker stacks, and then he'll press 4, and what we'll see is Neith will explode. That's generally how that lane will play out for the entirety. It's been played multiple times, this matchup that I've seen. That's generally how it goes every single time.
Yeah, so good stuff. I think it's 7 or 8, assuming Loki doesn't fall behind, at which point Decoy will begin clearing in one Decoy. That's going to be the point where he kind of starts to get a little bit more freedom in that lane. Otherwise, like you said, it's going to go that not necessarily in his favor. Otherwise, 2 minutes 30-second mark is upon us. Harpy is going to be spawning soon. Expect to see those support rotations coming out. The Pikachu as well as Darz are both already level 5. The opposing laners as well. So ultimates are going to be online for quite a few when the Harpy fight comes up.
Yeah, let's see how this works out between the two of them right now. As we can see that the farm is on for the Papis. They're going to be able to clear out that. Through space and time was channeled there. A little bit presumptuous to be able to find the kill, unfortunately. And he's actually out of mana now. Is Pospal Swalo, but that portal does allow his team to rotate a little bit quicker to those mid-Harpies.
Yep, right side, Darzer is in position to clean that one up. Serqet's going to try and push this wave of minions to the tower, but not going to be able to do so in time. Going to look instead for the invading Darzer. He's going to clean up the camp, find us on Dalo, but no fault to be had. Harpy camps go 1 for 1.
Oh, across the map we got a Whirlweaver coming out that actually evaporated Pikachu then. Where was Pikachu?
I actually have no idea.
Rewind. I've got to see why that happened. I heard the explosion of Whirlweaver. That was amazing. Alright, so follow through quickly as we can see that we did the 3-minute mark and we saw the Harpies go down by Dazzle. Where was he? I missed that completely. He actually went for the gank. So let's see what happens with the Pikachu here.
Going aggressive on this one. Stay low up in the air. What went wrong?
Well, they went for the all-in combo. The backflip connects. The heal from the Unravel misses. What?
This is down to minions. Pikachu going for the dive. It didn't work.
What?
And just below the threshold. There it goes.
What?
Skill shots. Just perfectly aimed on that one. No chance for Pikachu to get away. Ability to curve bullets. Yeah, Pikachu got greedy, looked for the kill, and it ended up backfiring with the help of the minions and the tower. So yeah, a little bit too much aggression coming out from those guys.
Just a little bit. The dive from Pikachu there was just a little bit too much. I don't have words for that one, really. Pikachu just bit off more than he could chew. And Ojo Boom getting himself a kill of it. Taunt attempted mid lane from Big Man Tings. Does not connect. Sorry, Big Man Tings, that was Archangel this game playing the Athena. Does not connect with Daza, so he's going to be able to disengage for the time being. 2-0 for the Papis at the start. You can see the golden experience. Experience relatively even, as to be expected. Gold, however, though, slightly in favour of the Papis because of the kills.
Yeah, EloFisherS as well, that dual lane. The Ares Medusa combo, a lot of early game pressure and aggression potentially coming out, but Poppy's weathered that storm. You can see Rama has a slight golden experience lead, due in part due to that early game assist off that first blood, but level-wise, Warchi's ahead as well. He's going to have the Devourer's Gauntlets online about the same time as the Heartseeker, so it's lifesteal versus a little extra damage. Heartseeker kind of edges him out, but as long as Warchi doesn't commit to an extended trade, the lifesteal kind of outweighs the extra damage in the long run to an extent.
This way.
We choose to focus online for both the mid laners now. Devour's Gauntlets, as you said, are available with the Heartseeker as well. Boots are finished online for Athena. Traveler's Shoes is the item of choice there across the way. Ares, played by Big Man Tings, hasn't really got anything going just yet in terms of his boots, but he's looking to farm up for the time being. Keep an eye on the Ares, though. He's going to be a big influence in this game for EloFisherS, especially to get themselves back into it, to see if he can chain some multiple targets down.
It will definitely make a huge deal, that dot damage coming out, especially the Searing Flesh. It is percentage based. There's not too many tanky targets on the side of Poppies, but nevertheless, when you don't have a lot of health to lose, when the support is doing a ton of damage on their own, it can be very, very scary. Elsewhere on the map, Ojaboom picking up that mana buff. He's looking for possibility with Daylo here. The invade opportunity onto the buff's not going to be successful. They are already secured and taken off the map. Everyone else is back to base, so Ojaboom just going to push another wave here to the tower. Low Cephal is still having a little bit of issue with wave clear. Just not yet at that point where one decoy is enough to clear it out.
I need you to hold.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. It's 5 minutes 36 into this game now. Mid-Harpies due up in roughly about 30 seconds time. We'll see exactly how this one plays out for them. This time, oh, Archangel. Sorry, no, Archangel's got lazy back in there. Nearly got hit. He's got ultimate available, so he won't be able to disengage. He's going to back again. Maybe Big Bang Tings could find him through the wall here, actually. Nope, not going to realize it.
He was on a ward. They had vision of that. They decided to let him go back because mid-Harpies are up in just a few seconds. He may not be here in time to actually join up this party. So that could definitely be intentional by EloFisherS. There's the Blink No Escape coming out. No support available to have the Defender of Olympus, but Delos is dead to rights.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Delos. That's exactly what you're looking to do. And that's one thing that we should have seen out Delos is potentially going for those beads a little bit earlier. It would have been nice for him to have the beads to get himself out because nobody's going to be able to save him if he gets ulted against the No Escape. The right Harpies do go to EloFisherS. Thor's up, Thor's down!
As the fight continues slowly, they haven't really heavy committed. There it is. Medusa gonna look for the Petron to watch not find it. That crowd control needed from Master Barrage will be good. Here's the World Wave from across the map. Slowly make its way over. Not gonna find that kill though. Get Fisher.
Oh, but Watchy does go down to get Fisher thanks to the help of EloFisherS coming over here as well. No mana available for Janus to really make anything happen other than a portal to escape. But what happens in the right hand lane by Ojo Boom? He takes the tier 1 tower, and this is what hunters do every single time. In this meta and the style of play.
It really is like the strangest thing in the world because it's completely different to basically everything we've seen so far in the solo lane. Hunters want to kill towers and just stay there and farm forever. The warriors, the assassins, the guardians, they look to take that tier 1 tower less to a lesser extent for the guardians because they don't really take towers very quickly, but everybody else wants to make rotations once the tower falls. Hunters stay, farm, get that point when you get that execution online, you can finally really contribute damage to a fight. Start rotating and be a real menace and a monster in a fight later on.
I'm not sure why we've seen so much of this double hunter composition coming out in the EU though, especially in the challenger scene. Like, the pro scene hasn't really seen that much of it, and it's not been that big. North America isn't really interested in it by the looks of it. I mean, they've done once or twice, yeah, they've run hunters in odd locations, but I don't really see it being as strong as it is that everybody's picking it time after time after time. Yeah. And it can get punished if it's going to happen. But we'll see what EloFisherS can actually make happen because he's got that teleport online now. Heartseeker stacking, No Escape does connect, and it looks like Athena's in trouble. Gonna have to ult out.
And run on over, a couple feet away over the war sheet. They're looking for the counter
Space
gauge.
and time.
Space and time. There's Janus. They're petrified, finds both, forcing the double beads as they're looking for big man tings. They're going to find that lockdown. The poison's ticking. He will maybe fall. 1 for 1, though. Pikachu finds one more for the double. Warchi answers back with a kill for themselves. He's up in the air looking for damage.
And Big Man takes it. Sorry, Arcangel's doing what he can, and he's going to actually allow him to settle the kill for Warchi to get out. Ojo Boom does turn up now. It's a 2v2. Assassinate comes out in the path of flames. That's a death. Ojo Boom trying to find these in-hands to bring down Darza, but the damage from Lofez is starting to hurt, and now he's going to have to backflip away. The stealth is used to get in range again. One stabby wabby, and that's a dead Ojo Boom.
Minion's still slowly ticking away, but it has finally been killed off. EloFisherS finds a kill he very much needs at this point. 2-0-2 on the back of the fight. With that Heartseeker online, that's going to be a nice new shiny item for him. Pick up that teleport, switching stuff around, making weird cooldown client things come up. Confusing me for a moment there. Silly EloFisherS. Nevertheless, picking that up, Loki was definitely having a bit of a rough time in lane. With that, he's finally kind of leapfrogged himself a little bit ahead of Ojo Boom. He'll be able to contribute a little bit more to the fight, and with the teleport, he can join fights across the map like we saw there.
I expected the Ares to have an impact in this game, and it is doing already. It's forcing things early on to force rotations from teams. The Papis are trying to answer back every time things do go off, and EloFisherS are coming out on top at the moment in this game. 10 minutes in, Papi spawn, right one's going to go to EloFisherS, left one's looking like Papis.
Yep, they have the experience lead. Gold is just about even. It's like double-digit difference right now. Single-digit +8 it's sitting at for a little bit there. So gold is even. Levels just ever so slightly in favor of EloFisherS. Still anybody's game going into this. Both games have interesting compositions going into the later game. The double hunters on Papi is very powerful late game. EloFisherS, same sort of build. They have the Medusa. They have Darza on that Agni. They have EloFisherS on that Loki as well. They kind of have... They both have pretty strong late-game teams, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm interested. They have interesting late game teams, but the problem is I think Papis are a bit weak on front line. They have no front line. Who's going to engage other than Athena, right? That's the issue they're going to have. Who's going to tank up the front line so these hunters can deal damage? You can't really do that with Serqet. Janus, yeah, you could put some portals down, but I don't think that's going to be enough to protect the back line. And now Thor's going up on the left-hand side here, looking for a gank on Warchi.
He's going to come on down, find the Tectonic Rift as the damage is coming out. He's now using that forward to run away. Archangel trying to lock him down secure, but the taunt's on cooldown already.
Yeah, through space and time comes out, which brings Dalo into the fight, and they're going to do the turnaround kill onto the Pikachu. And there's not a whole lot EloFisherS can do about that one now. That pickup was just not a very good play from EloFisherS. They used the ultimate, which set, so the Petrify showed Warchi what was going on, and Thor dunked exactly in the same spot where he should have dunked deeper. Yeah. Held it a little bit longer.
They've been good use of this Janus play as well. So far today, we've seen many through space and time rotations, kind of ruining the day of people trying to make plays off of it. And with that Gold Fury being considered right now by EloFisherS, Papis are going to sniff this one out quite quick. It's a full-on bait and ambush. They're looking for the pick. There it is. No escape onto 2. Of course, the
ball's going to get pulled out here. Double beat is on cooldown, which means they're not going to be available for the next fight. Which means that if Pikachu can get here with the Thor, set something up, assassinate, stuns from Darza, all those things are potential things that the beads are going to be not available for to be hit by. 7-6 in favor of EloFisherS right now. But the farming continues.
And with that, just like I said, the farming is going to continue here for a little while. I wouldn't mind seeing these guys kind of group up, trying to force the gold for a little bit. EloFisherS are kind of doing that at this particular moment. Big Ben Ting's looking for somebody to rotate around. The Pinks was like, I'm going to wait for somebody, guys. I'm going to keep vision.
It's like a ward with chains. That's what he is right now.
Maybe the architecture over there, Gold Fury Pit. Maybe trying to find a way into that. Maybe
mid lane. They're going to get a lot of damage down onto that Janus. Force out through space and time as well. No health, no mana. That will be a Gold Fury call right now. It should be because there's no rotations going. Chains have been hit by Big Man Ting's into Warchi as well.
It's a rolling slow going forward, up in the air. Astral Barrage, Archangel in a bit of a rough spot right now as well. It's a 2v4. World Weaver coming from across the map. It's going to connect onto EloFisherS, but Darza found a kill. They're looking for more.
Well, Petrified does come out as well. The damage on from the Assassinate from Loki does not do enough to bring down Dalo. Dalo's going to survive. Thor's in the sky right now. Janus turns back up and gets dunked immediately by the Pikachu. The Gold Fury's being done. Ojo Boom comes over with a Spirit Arrow and annihilates Lofez, but no in time to defend the Gold Fury that goes to EloFisherS.
Oshram's still on the hunt, looking for something. If he can land a root, we will have a pause come out midway through. So you can see in his sights, I can't actually switch to the first person view on Ojaboom at this particular moment, but you can see Pikachu lined up in the sights, ready to get struck by a spear, oh, not a spear arrow, an in-hand attack before the spirit arrow is available. We'll go with that. So yeah, pause coming out. Gold Fury was picked up by EloFisherS. Ojaboom, though, the cleanup crew is here and looking to get a couple kills on the board for themselves.
So Archangel's done a rinse repeat of what happened last time round. It looks like he's DC'd, unfortunately. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. This pause is a little bit longer than we normally expect, so we're back shortly after a very quick break while Archangel loads back in.
Alright guys, we are back. The pause is unfortunately still slightly underway. Hopefully will not be too much longer. But looking at things as they stand now, Ojaboom looking to possibly, doing some weird back and forth dance sidestep thing at the moment, at least on my screen.
He's in a bit of trouble.
Everyone's
He's
dancing.
in a bit of trouble. I mean, look at the rotation. It's quite possible that there's going to be a bit of an issue for him to get himself out of the problem that he's in here. Because he's got big man things over the side. The unpause is coming through now. Let's see what happens. Immediate blink. Immediate backflip after the beads, and the stun doesn't connect. And Ojaboom actually does trade that 1-for-1. Actually, it's going well.
Yep, it is indeed. It's 1-for-1. Suelo finds number 2. They're looking for Darzer here as well. He's locked down, about to fall. That would be a 3-for-0 so far, or 3-for-1, excuse me. Darzer, final shot comes through for the deicide, just 13 minutes in for the Papis.
Wow. That was interesting. I expected Ojaboom to go down for free, but no. Papis did a really good job of turning that whole fight around. It was a gank from EloFisherS looking for a quick pick. They didn't find it after the pause, and instead they get decided they're going to lose a tier 1 tower in the left-hand lane for this, so they should do. If the minions can get here in time, they should actually, Washi should be able to bring this one down in time. So that's bringing the Papis back into it again. They've just got ahead on golden experience.
Hey guys,
Wachi'll die though.
Real quick as well, we're going to cut to one brief quick break again, just to fix something on the Spectre end. The minimap will be back as soon as we return. Alright guys, we are back. I found a minimap! Yay!
Well, Wachi also found an assassin, and a guardian, and another assassin, and a through space and time reinforcements.
Coming in, the taunt does land onto Big Man Tings. All the abilities getting spent. Pikachu going to drop down from the skies, looking to reinforce him, but it's not going to be enough. Suelo picks up that kill. Big play coming out by EloFisherS, but it did not work out.
Wachi got overextended, gets caught, but gets saved again. The Hunters of Papis are like being the front line to an extent. They're baiting themselves into bad opportunities, and the team are reinforcing them perfectly when needed to. Now they're looking for a tier 2. Archangel zoning out Darza for coming round. Ojaboom on the other side though. Oh, Wachi's getting fresh here, and I tell you what, he's going to get too fresh. That's going to hurt. Respect the Agni, but they want him.
Looking for the taunt. Good ages to avoid most of that. The taunts though were waited on. Dalo edges one back. Right side, it was Ojaboom looking for that tier 2 tower, but EloFisherS was able to get over there in time to stop that split push, and possibly for a little bit of counter aggression right here. Just going to clear the waves out though. Ojaboom is hurting right now. Look at those numbers gone low for EloFisherS.
Yeah, he is hurting a little bit. I mean, he's got to be very, very careful about it. Like I said, assassins will do this to you. It's kind of standard for that to happen.
It's interesting, yeah, also Caster's Curse coming in. Typically, yeah, we say something and the exact opposite happens. We said Papis lack a bit of a front line. Well, why not just use the squishy hunters who have no business being there in the first place? So, okay, players, it seems to be working right now. The damage coming out of them, it looks like EloFisherS don't want to get caught out by that. Part of it, though, is the amount being invested for these big picks. They're not able to secure these kills before the counter rotations come in to look for the re-engages.
No, they are not indeed, and the Papis are up 13-10 at the moment because of it. Got an experience of Gold Lead, it's dipped a little bit recently. The Gold Fury is down for another 2 minutes though, and that'll be the next point of contention for both these teams. I think whoever gets this one are going to get themselves into a really commanding spot for this game, but it's still anybody's game.
Without a doubt. Going forward, 1:45 seconds on that Gold Fury. Heartseekers stacks all built up. Devourer's Gauntlet's completed. Itchval coming out. We haven't seen much of that so far today with the focus generally on these Heartseeker-based builds.
Oh, Fisher overextended. Going to get taunted. Takes a bit of poke damage. The preemptive strike slows him down, but Lacerate buys him a second. Wachi pops the sprint though. He's looking for blood. The World Weaver's in to Petrify. Who you're looking at. Snipes is what you're looking at. Get Fisher. He goes down. The Snipes do secure it with the help of Archangel. And there's another taunt again from Archangel.
Going to force the beats from EloFisherS with that taunt off of him. Portal comes out. Unstable Vortex forcing the Assassinate defensively. Ojaboom going to get caught under the tower. May finally fall. Frontline Hunter not working out in that instance. But it was
Dalo came up with the last breath, and that should be a dead big man Tings as well. Darza dashes in looking for damage return, eats a taunt to the face, has to beat. Still though, we're going to see Pikachu trying to do what he can to find the kill, not going to find it. Warchi brings him down with the in hands. Now the tier 2 tower is going to fall here. Papis have the chance. It's 2v4.
They're going to get the tier 2 tower. 2v4 defense not going to be attempted by EloFisherS, and look where they're going. Look what's so... Oh, no, that's 34 seconds out. Excuse, never mind. Ignore me. Sometimes I say stuff that isn't necessarily relevant at this point in time. Mid Harpies, though, the baby gold furies are up and available. That's an extra 100 or so gold going to the team. And the tier 1 tower could be nice as well. Money in the bank never hurts. A big problem going forward for EloFisherS. The gold lead and experience lead for Papis is slowly starting to grow. EloFisherS had an early game lead, but it's slowly starting to slip away.
Yep, Gold Fury is available, but like you said, it's slipping away. We'll see if the Gold Fury can be done by EloFisherS and get themselves back into it here. But the Papis are doing a good job on these team fights now. They're starting to pick apart the enemy team a little bit too much. And it's generally what's happened is Papis are engaging on someone and finding the kill. Whereas when EloFisherS find someone, they find the kill, but they lose people because of the rotations coming out from the Papis. Janus is making an impact here, especially with the mobility of Serqet as well. Papis are looking good at the moment.
Oh, without a doubt, Suelo on that Janus is making a play. Left side, no escape for the Astral Barrage. Through space and time, just trying to talk about that. Going to come into play once again. Last breath, going to catch Suelo, but they're looking to lock down Big Man Tings, and it looks like they might have done exactly that. Can they find GetFisher? They will. The taunt is good.
The taunt is good, but around the back comes Pikachu with the double tap hammer. Spin to win. He will bring down Suelo, but who else can they actually find here? We're going to see the disengage from Lacerate from GetFisher, but Thor's going up. I guess he's disengaged more than anything. No, he's going ham.
He got Dayla on the backside of this fight. Now he's not in the happy spot. The hammer is down. The wall is down. Warchi rolling assault forward, looking for the cripple, looking for the slow. Not going to find it. Taunt will get him a little bit. Going to force the bead. There's a teleport. He'll have the wall in a second, but it's not going to be enough. Warchi was able to thread one more shot through and secure that kill.
Darza could have come over to support, but he had to defend the tier 1 tower in mid lane because he was going to fall to Ojo Boom. But Loki, meanwhile, is pushing to Victor on the right hand side. The Gold Fury has been started here by Ojo Boom. Nobody is here to defend it. Darza's going to have a little cheeky look at it now, find out. But Athena does have that ultimate to ult in and just hog it if required. Warchi's here, and he's going to meet Darza.
Yep, LeftStuff is going to commit to this tower. We'll take the tier 2. Gold Fury fight is on. There's Pendulums coming in. Darza's forced to pass flames away. Fishers get the Gold Fury.
Fishers do get the Gold Fury, but they take Darza down for the effort. The tier 2 tower in right falls to EloFisherS as well, and that's going to allow them to put the pressure on. Big Man Tings gets hit by a taunt. He's going to go down as well here. This game is going in favour of the Papis, but that was a big chunk of gold that just went for Elo. I don't think he'll get it. I don't think he can.
He's gonna be forced to back off of that one. Unfortunately, nobody able to stop Daylo from coming back and defending that Phoenix. He's gonna stick around. Loki is being Loki. We haven't seen this in a while. Daylo gonna trade back and forth. Last breath applied. Looking to force the damage from the decoy. That one's easy enough to get away from. That looks like EloFisherS gonna at least force Daylo to back up to the Phoenix. But
the fight just been started here. This call is great from Papis. This is a reach around from what happened last time around from EloFisherS. Basically, they did the Gold Fury, they did the Fire Giant. Now it's the other way around. Papis going to try and brute force this down with 2 Hunters, and they do so. Thor's up. There's a disengage as well from one. As Pikachu goes in with the support of Loki, they do take Warchi, but can they get more?
They're looking for it. Suelo going to be forced to Aegis out the wall from Thor, sticking around long enough. Pikachu gets the double kill. It's 3v3 as the fight does continue. Reinforcements are on their way as well. You're going to let Ojo Boom go.
Archangel getting burned, but nobody's following up for it. Ojo Boom is the focus target, really it should be, and Fisher realizes that now. The unlevel comes out, surrounded by multiple members. Backflip on cooldown. Say goodnight, sweet Ojo Boom. You go down as well. Fire Gen only remaining on 2 members.
This is going to be a Phoenix here for EloFisherS as well. If they rush this down right now, they'll have the time. It'll still be 2 Fire Giant buffs to contend with, but on Athena and Serqet, they're not the ones who are going to be shredding through towers very rapidly. Big Man Tings needs to tank this up. They need to burst this down and then get out of here before respawns come back up. But the taunt is good. Serqet going in. Last breath. No escape.
Big taunt. Big no escape as well. But Daylo's going to live for the time being. He ate a lot of damage there as well and kept them busy. There's nobody here to defend just yet. Warchi is back. And I bet he's looking for blood now. Using the enhance to try and defend the Phoenix as best as he can. He's going to find 1 kill to get Fisher. Then he's looking for Darza. The snipes are out. Will he find it? No. Post Palsuelo, I can never get that name right. I'm just going to say Janus from now on. I would never get it. Just Suelo. Let's go with Suelo. It works. One of the hardest names ever. The Papis managed to defend, and Dalo brings down Big Man Tings. Phoenix falls, but the Papis are holding.
Looking at the graph, though, despite the Fire Giant being picked up in the middle of that, Experience and Gold basically just went back and forth. The Fire Giant pretty much removed from the map. No one really has it left to make use of it. The Phoenix is a lasting effect. It's going to be up for 3 minutes. Those Fire Minions going to have to be dealt with. It's a nice distraction that could allow EloFisherS to kind of freely take the, or not freely, but focus a little bit more on those tier 1 towers and tier 2 for some more gold when they get the opportunity after respawns.
Talking about tier 2, they're pushing down mid hard and fast. There's still respawns waiting. What this is doing is buying War Chi time to split push right hand side and get a tier 2. Low faces off to the left, petrifying mid lane though, hits Dalo. Dalo's evaporated. Archangel is burning to a crisp. He's going to go down too. And now we're going to see Ojo Boom trying to bring down the Phoenix and make this worth. They do make it worth. The tier 2 falls to War Chi as well. The disengage through space and time comes out from Suelo before it goes down, but Fisher gets himself a triple. And Lopez. Oh no, War Chi, chill.
Crazy, man. He's trying to delay them and keep them from rushing down this mid lane as much as possible. Loki is currently going for that tier 1, the Phoenix, tier 1 Phoenix, going for the Phoenix on the left-hand side. Nobody here to defend it. Respawn times low for Cephal, and the rest of the team could actually try at least to end the game right now.
It's going to be a rough one to try and end for EloFisherS, but can they make it happen? The Phoenix is going to fall. War Chi's in mid lane here, though, and he's actually going to find that kill onto Pikachu. War Chi finds the kill, but here we go. Have they got the time? 2 seconds, 1 second on Dalo. He's alive now. The burst is coming. The minions are pouring in. Dalo gets the full come off onto Lopez. The poison spreads to Tixu's also tanking. And now that's going to spread again to the minions. And it spread to Daza. And Fisher's trying to end. But 10%. Fisher's going to fall in a second. The burn comes out from Daza. Daza's going to die here. And the Titan stands again. The ends are crazy in EU this week.
And
that's game.
That is game.
That's game.
Through space and time.
Choo-choo. The bus is on its way.
This is the second time today. Not quite a 0% survival by the Titan. It was a close call. The problem was they just had too many towers left standing. If even one tower was, the tier 1 tower was dead, that Titan would likely have also been dead right now. Pikachu trying to go up, Big Man Tings trying to go in as well. 20%, 50%, 10%. The Titan trying to defend, but it is not to be. Papis will swing this one back around from what was just a minute ago an even game and take the first week of the EU Challenger Cup in a 2-0 sweep.
Poison. So poison was all that changed that around. Honestly, that's all the difference was between the two of them there. The poison spread to the minions, it spread to everybody, it kept popping, and that just deleted the EloFisherS at the end there. Such a shame from them and what they actually did that time round. Really, really well played, though, by both teams and all the teams in EU this week. That was a freaking amazing performance from EU for week 1. I can't wait to see week 2 through week 5 now, because it's exciting, and it was really good to look forward to.
Absolutely, guys. It is going to be a 5-week series. Week 1 went to the Papis for Europe. NA, it was Noble Esports taking the first place victory over there. It's a 5-week series. We'll pull out that card, actually, talk about it here briefly before we cut things to an end for the day. It's an 8-week series overall for the Challenger Cup, but weeks 6 and 7 are going to be a group stage where only 8 teams can qualify, so overall open entry is much shorter. If you want to get in, root for your own team, root for the teams that are your favorite, let them know that they need to step up their game and get things working very quickly, because they only have 4 more weeks to actually get involved and try for what will eventually lead up to the last possible shot at getting into what could potentially be the Smite World qualifiers later on in the year for Season 2.
And that's the end of the broadcast for this week, guys. Tune in next week. Once again, North America will take place week 2 on the Saturday. On the Sunday, we'll have EU all over again. For all the EU players, if you are watching or you are fans of the EU players, make sure they're aware that the times will be reset back to usual starting time of 3 p.m. CEST. So 3 p.m. Central European time for the summer variation. We did start an hour later than we should have this week, and that's generally down to the summer times changing over. Good luck to everybody, and hope they all enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to head over to Smite Game, where the Pro League is still going on right now. I believe the game between Nox and Dignitas did just finish, so next up on your screen over there will be, I believe, if I remember correctly, yes, it's going to be Legion of Carrots versus Cognitive Gaming. From all of us in the Challenger scene, have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you all again next weekend.